Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is I, Van Dweller, the host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I have got some Masters event for you today. Pink bracket is what we're doing. So it's going to be round one, Bendy versus Lokenze, and the winner of that will take on Iball. The winner of this whole three-person scramble will eventually take on Dan V later in the month for a shot at the top 8. But what we got right now, Bendy versus Lokenze, winner versus Iball. A true international affair. Pretty excited for this one. Fun players all around. Let's take a look at our rules. The rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics appear and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical, biological, turbo only. Phew. That was very fast. These are best of 5 matches. The first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Super kill screen should be turned on. We uncap the score, of course. We will be using the same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Players should not get any advice while they are playing a game. In between game, fine, get all the advice you want. In the middle of a game, do not get any advice and do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. If you do experience tech issues like with OBS or your internet or your computer or your camera or your capture, just keep playing until you hear otherwise from me. And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands at $132.08. 132.08 is where we are. We are a far cry from our $2,000 monthly top 8 incentive. If we get to 2,000, we can pay our top 8 instead of our top 4. We like to do that because we like to pay a variety of players, incentivize them to keep coming back. They know, oh, if I get a good qual and win a couple of games, I can win a prize. So sure, I'll play this month, no problem. And that is, that's what we're looking to do. And, it's a top tier premier event. We want to stay that way. And we do that one way is having a decent prize pool. Another way, well, no, we don't. I was going to say having a good commentary team, but all we can afford is me. So we don't do that. But the prize pool definitely helps. So if you do want to help the prize pool and support the players, you can use the Matcherino command while you're watching live. That'll bring up some links. The one that says it says Masters. That is the one. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Once you're there, look at the top right-hand corner of the screen. You'll see a button that says login. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. And once you're in, look on the right side of the screen. You'll see a button, and it says contribute. Thank you to everybody who's contributed so far. We do have a ways to go, though. But thank you to everybody who's contributed so far. If you're watching after the fact, by the way, you can go into the YouTube description and find the links there. So that's how to support the players. To support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/monthlytetris, make an ongoing pledge of support. Keep this channel going, just like the people on this slide have done. People like Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, Canine, Tacky, Madelsberger, N-Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal, Junior, Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Cat, Javanti, Jason, Sunny, and Mila, and everybody else in the slide. Thank you so much for your support. If you don't like Patreon, that's fine. Some people don't, and that's fine. And you say, oh, well, I wish I could support you, but Patreon, well, I'm calling your bluff because I've got other ways to support us. If you want to make a recurring contribution, go to Streamlabs or PayPal, links in the support command. If you want to make a one-time contribution, there are some links there as well. If you're on YouTube, you can do a super chat. You can do a sticker. You can join the channel as a member. Click the join button just below the video player. You can gift a channel membership. And that's what you can do on YouTube. If you're over on Twitch, you've got bits. You can subscribe to the channel. You can gift subscriptions to the channel. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis. But it is use it or lose it. You can't save them or stack them. So don't use it. Don't use it. Don't lose it. Definitely use it. Don't lose it. Use it on us. Did I really? Why am I getting through the opening so much more quickly? I don't know why. I think because I'm just not. I gotta sell more. I usually sell the prize pool and the Patreon more. I'm selling, like, hey, you gotta do this, or these bad things will happen and CTM will go away, guys. Like, that's what I usually do, but that's all right. We gotta get this thing going. All right, thank you to everybody who's supporting the channel, or the players, or both, or whatever. So let's go ahead and flop on over to our thingamabob. We'll get our players lined up. They are not lined up. We got Big Bendy over there. And, all right, we just have a big bendy head is what we get today. We just get big bendy head. That is what we have. So we'll just work with what we have. And, I guess we just don't have to, we don't have to do anything else. All right, well, we'll get it going. All right, there we go. Big, there's Lokenze. Whoops. All right. Does this look at least reasonable? It looks kind of reasonable. All right, that's fine. So, oh man, this cord keeps rubbing on my shirt and making that noise that Mr. Brain doesn't like. So I gotta fix that cord. All right, well, I say let us get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and give us some pieces. D6, D66991. D66991. And I have nothing open here. Let me open all this. Wait, what do I need now? Oh yeah. Yeah, but I heard the cord was rubbing against my shirt in a certain way. I gotta be very careful, Mr. Brain. Can't run afoul of our good fans here. So, what is this called? Facts and Logic? That's the name of the fact sheet. You'll let me know. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Okay. So, oh man, what is this? Pink bracket? Oh my god, I'm so under prepped right now. All right, pink bracket. All right, the pieces are in the chat, my guys. If you need another minute, that's fine. But another minute. I'm doing quite well at ignoring all the funny numbers this month. I mean, the only number that I think is funny is, 6, 7. I think it's funny, ironically, right? The other ones I think are just really stupid. But, yeah. My mom can't stand the sound of people riffling their poker chips on poker broadcasts. Oh my god, I love that sound. I love that noise. That's like my noise. That's like my happy place. I even, when you go to the casino and you hear all the, slot machines and other machine stuff, and they're in the background, it's just this din of like, I love that noise at the casino. I just love that thing. The whole background. I love it. That and poker chips riffling is amazing. Why can I hear myself all of a sudden? What? Something's open. What is... Oh, I see why. How did that get open? That's stupid. All right, it's time. It's time. We're not on Spain time, okay? We're on American time. No pinners? Oh, we got pinners. Here we go. Yeah, warm-up's done. All right. Goal for today. I'm guessing goal for today is don't get seed checked. That's what you said, right? Don't get seed checked. That's right. I knew it. I knew it. All right. Well, no seed checked right now. So it looks like we are both ready. Yeah, if he doesn't have double kill screen, I will just stop him at 39. It's fine. All right. Let's go ahead and get these players underway. Bendy versus Lokenze in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. On the left side, it's crypto billionaire Bendy qualified in with a 1.23 million. He's from the United States of America. And while he's unranked on the overall Premier poll for open play, he's ranked number 4 in the most recent DAS Premier poll. He's got an overall PB of 1.31 million. I believe that's still with tapping, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think he's still searching for the 1.3 with DAS. I got to look in my journal. I update, all this information all the time, every single day, and just update it. That's where I think we're at, so I'll have to confirm that. But anyway, Bendy. All right, Bendy confirms. Bendy confirms. He got a 1.296 yesterday or the day before with DAS. Oh, crazy. He also pulled 7th in tap. There's a tap poll? Since when is there a tap poll? Sounds like tadpole. Anyway, Bendy is a Tetris player. He's a gold bracket player in CTWC for the first time last year. He was in the silver bracket in 23 and 24 and won that silver bracket in 24 in the finals against Tetris. He's been in the finals of DAS Masters and been in the semifinals of DAS Masters several times. But is looking to make it into the top 8 of the Masters event for the first time. Wait, didn't he play in Masters before? I swear he'd played in Masters before. Why don't I see Masters on the list? Wait, is this not his debut at Masters, is it? 219 for Bendy, 197 for Lokenze in September. Why doesn't it say in September? Oh, in September in the tap poll. Oh, got you. Anyway, Bendy 265. It is his Masters debut. I swear he was in Masters before, but apparently this is Bendy's Masters debut. He was in Mega Masters in 2024, but that doesn't count. We're talking monthly Masters. So this is Bendy's monthly Masters debut. Holy moly. You've also seen him in Vegas in 2025. And you've also seen him in our Stupid Tetris monthly tournaments, no bars and no next box. And he was top 8 in our Tap Masters event. So yeah, I didn't realize this was, I swear he was in Masters before. But anyway, that's Bendy. He was also the first player to clear level 19 height 5 in B-type NES Tetris with DAS. On the right side, it is Lokenze. Lokenze qualified into this tournament. He did. Look at that fact. No, he qualified in with a 1.22 million. He's got an overall PB of 1.5 million. Tetris here for Bendy. He's at 407. 386 for Lokenze. Yeah, he's got a PB of they've got a PB of 1.54 million from Spain. Unranked, but I think Lokenze will eventually be ranked in something. Lokenze coming along very nicely. And, you know, I got to be honest. I just thought Lokenze was just kind of this, like, annoying kid in Discord. But in fact, Lokenze is a sick Tetris player. He's got matches going all the way back to September of 2024. He's played in, you know, community tournaments, this and that. But a lot of Tetris for the non-pros. tnp.tetris.lol. Lokenze Masters debut was December. Started off in round 2 and actually made it into the round of 16. Went out to dog, as one does. But beat Doodle. So yeah, to win in your Masters debut, pretty good. That's what Bendy's looking to do right now. Odin Logi, when was your Masters debut? we are forgetting about that. We're trying to, you know, we are trying to embrace who you are now, okay? And not just say, oh, well, Odin Logi, that's the Jounce game guy, right? We're not trying to say that anymore. Who are you now? You know? All right, we're into 19. Lokenze 578 gets the Tetris 602, 603 for Bendy. So pretty good high 500s transition scores for both these players. There's Odin Logi in the chat. Of course, you remember from the Jounce game, the first ever rollover. Odin Logi was the opponent. Hydrant Dude, 709 for Bendy, 682 for Lokenze. $797 Bendy, $794 Lokenze. Lokenze is the winner of a community tier 5. That was back in May of 2025. And Lokenze defeated Martz in Community Tier 5. And now, not even a year later, is a multi-time Masters player. So 897 Lokenze, 892 from Bendy. Bendy. I was going to like Lokenze and Bendy. What is wrong with me right now? No, I'm just getting over being sick, okay? Bendy. Hey, Bendy. 927 for Bendy, 932 for Lokenze. Is Bendy rolling? I think Bendy is tapping. That's what I think is happening. Anyway, we started off on 18. We're in the level 19 phase. Level 29 will kick in at 230 lines. That speed will double, and then players will have 100 more lines available at, you know, after 29 before that super kill screen kicks in. If they can make use of it. Tapper, it's going to be hard to do. Lokenze, of course, rolling. Bendy tapping. They are so close. They're just a couple 100 points apart. Tetris for Bendy. He's going to want to get one. And I don't know, maybe he'll try to set up for two. I'm not sure what he's going to do because Lokenze has one available. They can take a skim here to try to get set up. There's a Tetris for Bendy, B18. Lokenze gonna block the well. Lokenze's got to bring this down and score some points on 29 because chase down target is B19. And Lokenze, no, it's gonna top out and Bendy is gonna win game number 1. So I thought Bendy might try to go for 2 just because of how close it was. And of course, Bendy being a tapper might not be able to get really all that deep into 29, and Lokenze is a roller and can do it. So I thought Bendy might try to go for 2, but Bendy went the safe route, took the 1 Tetris. Lokenze blocked the well and then just couldn't get the bar over once it was, or just couldn't get a bar once it was unblocked. So holy moly, Bendy takes game number 1. Wow. 0535 F1. You're done. Oh, no, Bendy was just warming up. That's fine. Go ahead and increment to 1-6. Go to 1-6. Oh, wait, no, you did increment. All right, don't increment. No, this seed is good then. This seed is good. This seed, do not increment. This seed is good. This is a good seed. 0535 F1. This is a fine seed. Sorry about that, guys. All right, you sure? Are you sure you're not going to get seed checked, Lokenze? You sure? You almost did. All right. 0535 F1. Both players ready. Game number 2. Let's go. Bendy up 1 game to none. 3-2-1 Tetris. Okay, this is a match that has not happened before, so well, at least in ELO. Let me check all. Yeah, this match is not, so you got another Machigami, right? Very, gradually, match by match, we are solidifying the accuracy of the whole ELO project. I believe accuracy increases the more matches occur between different players, right? So when you get a match that hasn't happened before, you're fixing ELO ever so slightly. Version 4 and version 7 can disagree highly. I gotta be honest. All right, so I didn't really understand that there were different versions of ELO going out there, and I just read, I don't know, I was reading in some, I barely ever read the channels in Discord anymore. I'm a very busy man, and you guys are too smart for me, but I was reading in Discord the other day, and someone was like, something, version 7 ELO is run by Rory, and version 4 is run by Anpu, and I'm like, wait, since when are there 2 versions of ELO? I didn't know that. As far as I knew, my understanding of the history was Rory started ELO. Rory couldn't really keep up with it, or just had other things to do, so it got passed on to Pumpy, and then Pumpy handed it off to Anpu. But now there's this other ELO that's out there that's like a Rory ELO again. So I'm really confused. I guess I just am not keeping up. I had no idea. When did this happen? And why is there version 4 and then version 7, but what happened to 4, 5, and 6? And why is one of them stuck on 4 and the other one's doing on 7? And why are we forking ELO? Versions 5 or 6 are the previous versions of version 7. I mean, that's how versioning works. So I got that. But then why is there still a version 4 out there? That seems to be what everyone's following. Is it because we like Anpu more than Rory, or what is it? I don't know. I mean, I like Rory just fine. 277 for Bendy. So, somebody, if you don't know, ELO is a rating system, which is kind of adapted from, a rating system in like other sports or mind sports like chess and things like that have ELO ratings. It doesn't stand for anything. It's the last name of the guy who invented the system. His name was Arpad ELO. So it's just a ranking system, and it's based on the matches that people play against one another and the strength of victory and things like that. So the whole infrastructure is based on version 4, and it'd take a big change to move, and there just isn't enough enthusiasm. Oh, I got it. So is like Rory just running this as like renegade ranking system? Is it like a hobby? Is there beef? Is there Anpu Rory beef? Or is it just like, or is it friendly? I don't know what's going on. 380 for Lokenze, 423 for Bendy. There's no beef. All right. Just Rory wants to run another one just as an exercise, I guess. $471 for Bendy, 405 for Lokenze. Take your complaints up to Mr. Elo. And by the way, is there anywhere to like look for Elo besides on like a random spreadsheet? Is that still a thing? Oh, and I think Chris Forrest was somewhere involved in the very early Elo rankings, as well as Adam Mountains, maybe. Am I just misremembering that? I feel like they were involved early too, like very early, like pre-Rory. I like how the two like your old school European players that I remember from the old days, one of them's a forest and one of them's mountains. So I guess I just like natural geographical features. 573 for Bendy, 489 for Lokenze. Tetris for Bendy, 624, 524 for Lokenze. So 100,000 point lead for Bendy. His Masters debut. I swear. Because usually I like to highlight if it's someone's Masters debut, and I was like, oh, Bendy. All right, Lokenze trying to fight this down. Has a Vitz XL there. And now is just burning it down. Oh, yeah. If you don't mind, put him in the Do Not TM Vandy channel because I am interested. Tetris for Bendy, 731. So, yeah, it's good to have a tapper come in here. And seed number 22. Oh, that's going to be a topper for Lokenze. And Bendy is good. Mr. Consistent here, taking game number 2. Someone asked, is Bendy rolling? No, Bendy is tapping. I've only seen Bendy like meme rolling, like not actually. Maybe he rolls a little bit, or I don't know, but I haven't seen him actually playing a lot of games rolling. But Bendy, how good is your rolling? It's a surprise tool for later. Got it. 6C8838. All 8s in that. 6C8838. You can take a moment if you need it. I haven't been running the ads, but I got to get back to that. but not today. If you want to prevent me from running ads, subscribe to the channel. Odin Logi, by the way, thank you again for that tier 1 sub 25 minutes ago. Oh, and I think that's Bendy trying to roll right there, so that's not bad. All right, no pinners. Pinners, here we go. Pinners, monthly Tetris, pinning my own seeds again. I guess the only mod here is like Bendy. Although I thought I saw Evesy. Aren't you? You're a mod, right? Oh, you're doing research for me. I got multiple people in the, doing stuff for me. All right, 6C8838. Good. All right, it's game 3. Lokenze needs to win this one to force a deciding. No, not even to force a deciding. To advance in this tournament. Just to force another game. Basically got to win 2 to stay in. Burbia says, can I please have mod? Why do you want to be a mod, Burbia? NetoJM resub with Prime. I came here to subscribe because Vandy asked for it. Thank you, NetoJM. I always want to say Neto Jim, but I know that's not it. But I always want to say Jim. You want a pin? That's why. All right. Does anyone have a good argument against Burbia being a mod? You don't have to say what the argument is. Just say yes or no. He is corrupt? All right. Perfect. Sounds good to me. All right, Burbia. I would say don't let me down, but it's guaranteed. It's like, I'll pin seeds, guys. And then, next week it'll be like, oh, I can't, I'm on mobile. Like, invariably. Burbs aren't real. Oh, it's too late now, though. Can't you pin on mobile these days, says RXS? Yeah, but people pretend you can't because then it's like a ready-made excuse. $192 for Bendy, $193 for Lokenze. Who will be my lead mod? Who will be the lead mod? We used to have that. We used to have senior moderators. Like, these are my, my inner circle, my circle of trust. Before I realized you can't really trust anybody. So there you go. 284 for Bendy, 265 for Lokenze. $330 for Bendy, $334 for Lokenze, so a close one. Madelsberger said, you fool, now Burb will pin a bunch of fake seeds. That's true. That little spin there where you got that 3 high and you've got the J coming down and you want to spin it. I mess that up all the time. Like when you got a 3 high overhang and you got to drop that, kind of vertical J piece and you got to rotate it one time, like on its back. I mess it up like 50% of the time. So I'm always like super careful. I think Lokenze is agreeing. Tetris for Lokenze, 429, 405 for Bendy. All right, you just play Tetris. Don't worry about agreeing. Tetris for Bendy, 452. 453 for Lokenze. The winner moves on to round 2 against Iball. So Iball making a rare round 2 appearance. I don't know if it's that rare, but I was surprised to see Iball in round 2. Pseudo Canard says rare appearance at all. Well, that's true. Yeah, Iball definitely more occasional player. Okay, Lokenze in a little bit of a spicy setup. They're gonna clear it up. All right, right side, well uncovered. Passing on the Burns. Okay, there's a triple. And yeah, great time to get droughted for Lokenze. And into 19. This is going to take some doing for Lokenze. That left side is a problem. And now he really needs a bar. Gets a bar down. Fixes on the left side. And another one. So Lokenze with the survival. A little bit of luck. Whole lot of skill. My word. 583 Lokenze. 651 for Bendy. Yeah, a little bit of a bail. Little tiny bit of a bail. Tetris Bendy 704, Lokenze 593. Tetris Lokenze 655. So Tetris is on 24 worth 30,000. So they're about 2 Tetrises apart when the lines are tied. Bendy up 2 games to none, coming in here as a tapper with just over a 1.3 and winning games number 1 and 2. And he's got the lead here in game 3. Lokenze, though, still close and is a roller, so kind of wonder what your strategy is going to be here if you're up against a player that you don't think is going to go super deep into 29, and do you have the ability to, you know, kind of line it out for a while or not? So we'll see what Lokenze can do. Now he's back by 100,000 points. Bendy has some 29. Yeah, true. But I got to imagine tapping 29 a little bit less reliable. But then again, maybe not. Guess it depends on the player. A47, Bendy with the max out and more. A skimming a Tetris for Lokenze, max out. One more Tetris available with no burns, but burns are going to have to happen. And Lokenze is in to 29. Bendy ahead by 100,000 points, more than that. And Tetris is into 29 at B55. So good size transition here for Bendy. Lokenze has got to bring this down. See what Bendy can do. Oh, Bendy's board climbing. And that is going to be a top out for Bendy at B70. The chase down target for Lokenze is B71, saying Bendy roll switched. We'll see what Lokenze can do. This is still over 120,000 point chase down. The left side of that bar is going to hang, and that is going to do it. Lokenze is going to top out. Lokenze is angry and disappointed, but I think Lokenze played great. So GG's to you. We hope to see you again. Bendy in your Masters debut. You are moving on to round 2. Hope to see you again, Lokenze. I mean, listen, less than a year ago, you were winning community tier 5, and now you're in Masters, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. And you know, really, you said your goal was not to get seed checked, and you almost did that. You almost no, you did it. I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance to seed check you, although you were at risk. All right, you're live. Iball's live. Let's go ahead and get this flopped around. We'll get our next match set up. We'll go ahead and report this, and we'll bring in Iball for round 2. And this is what, pink 3-0. There's a big fluffy floof. They're called Fridge. All right, well, that is Fridge the poofy animal. All right, so we're going to say goodbye to Bendy. We're going to say hello to Iball. Then we're going to say goodbye, Lokenze, and hello to Bendy. And we'll get these people lined up. It's very lined up. All right, there we go. Reset, transform. Spin this guy around. All right, we got them hot dog curtains. My mom was like obsessed with that specific color, you know, the curtain color there. My mom was obsessed with that color in the 90s. Where's the thing? Why a Polish flag but a Canadian player? I mean, what would you guess? What would your guess be? He's a Polish spy? Yeah, that's a good guess. That could be, yeah, but a spy wouldn't put the flag on a stream. So maybe it's not a good guess. In fact, seems like a bad guess. Like if you were a spy, you wouldn't be like, oh, by the way, I'm from Poland. Oh, that's what he wants you to think. It's like reverse psychology. Yeah, true. Good be that. Some kind of joke. Well, more likely is has some Polish heritage, or is from there, or has relatives or lineage that goes back there. It's probably something like that. That's my guess. What is that chair over there? Is that a chair? What is that? That's some sort of workout equipment? Like, what is that item over there? I don't know what it is. The guitar? Is that a guitar stand? I don't know what that is. All right, it's time. It is time. Pieces are here. We got a seed pin from Burbia. All righty, Roo. CEA25D. Burbia is almost a Pet Shop Boys song. Yeah, true. Cousin Avi has gifted a tier 1 sub to Bendy 1 Streams. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Well, yeah, you need to give a sub to Burbia because then it'll be Suburbia, right? So Burbia, you need to sub to the channel. All right, looks like both players are ready and both players are on the correct seed. So both players are about to start round 2. Said round 1, round 2. Let's go, Iball and Bendy in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, you are subbed to the channel, right? Suburbia. On the left side of your screen, Iball, seed number 11 from Canada. Don't you like it when people say from Canada, right? Like they're being pretty, they're jaunty and real clever and funny. From Canada. Qualled in with a 1.45 million. Seed number 11 has got a PB of 4.75 million and was ranked number 11 in the most recent Premier poll. It is Iball, a Canadian, also a known figure in the Super Mario Brothers 1 or Super Mario Bros. Whatever speedrunning community, and he runs track, and he's got a Polish flag, and he's got a hot dog curtains, and that's all the facts that we know about Iball. Well, that's not true. Other facts we know is that he's a former Challengers and Future Circuit winner. Seen him most recently at CTWC Washington. That just happened last weekend, and he was the runner-up. I'm not going to tell you who won. I guess that's, well, who cares? You should have watched it by now. All right, don't watch his stream if you don't want spoilers. If you're behind in watching Tetris, don't watch his stream ever, really. Anyway, Alex T was the winner of the Washington Regional. Iball, not this past weekend, but it was the weekend before, right? The weekend before, not this past weekend. But Alex T won Washington. That's all you need. Oh, no, Bendy going to top out at 139, so couldn't even get through the intros. So Iball takes game number 1. Somebody count that drought. All right, I guess there's a big drought. Got to be 50 plus. Oh, maybe that's what took Bendy out too. Okay, pieces are here. 827B72. That's an 827B72. Nifsky is here. What's up, Nifsky? Yeah, usually when Iball is here, the SMB speedrunning community gets activated. That's right. Both of these players are named David. That's right. 58-piece drought. Bendy. Oh, good. All right, let's go ahead. And what am I doing? Seed checking? All right, we're good. All right, both players ready. Game number 2. Iball 1, Bendy 0. And good luck to both Davids. That's right. David, Bendy, Benjamin. Ben, David, that's right. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, good to see you there. Nifsky. Are you still the world record holder? Or what? Is there any more time to save? Oh my god, Bendy. The nerves are getting to Bendy. He can't handle it. And another early top out for Bendy, and Iball is good. You play your best games against poor Lokenze, just looking to, advance deep for the first time, and then you just utter Christmas gifts given to Iball, a top player. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, let's go ahead and give you some more pieces. 17B. Iball doesn't need your help, Bendy. He doesn't need your help. This is all speed running in honor of Niski being here. True. You're not even paying attention. You're starstruck. You're finally playing against a top 11 player in the world. Wow. You're starstruck. That's what it is. Oh, and this is another, I want to say this is another Machigami. These two players have not played against each other before. You are a top 11 player. How'd that happen? All right, looks like both players are ready, I think. C-check. C-check good. Let's go. All right, well, we're on the cover of cereal or something. I don't know what that is. All right, let's go. Iball and Bendy. Game number 3. 2 quick 18 top-out games. Let's see if we can get something a little deeper here. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Iball says, this is literally after I said his pre-29 scares me, right? Well, I'll see. It's all this reverse psychology. All right, Tetris Bendy, 47,000. He's got the lead. Oh, Alcata with they got saw the line spin. I missed the line spin. Of course I did. All right, clean board and a Tetris for Iball, 80,000, 139, and still the lead for Bendy here early on in game number 3, and the dirty Tetris for Bendy. Little Z spin for Bendy. I gotta get updated photos. Did they take photos at Washington, like headshot photos? That would be great. I gotta get new Iball headshot. I still got him with the old long hair. I guess I could just Photoshop it out. I'll put it in the chat GPT and say give the kid a broccoli cut and see what happens. 220 for Iball, 217 for Bendy. He has one from CTWC. All right, I'll check it out next time. Iball 267, 268 for Bendy. So Iball has closed the gap a bit. Both players on like, mid 500K pace if they keep this pace up. Well, Evesy says for March, but really, like, who knows? Iball really just kind of in and out. Sometimes plays, goes away for several months. But yeah, I'll try to update it. Adam Irish with the raid, party of 3. Stanislaw, by the way, with the 52 months, a whole deck of cards worth of months. So thank you, Stanislaw and Adam Irish. The dirty Tetris for Bendy. He approves 370. Tetris Bendy 466, 439 Iball. All right, Bendy. All right, gets the bar, fills in, and I was like, "Oh, is he going for the Vits?" He was prepared to go for it, but he took the burn. So that's a good little kind of hover situation where you've got that little setup you can do for the Vits if you got the bar coming, or you can set up a nice delayed burn if it doesn't come. I got to remember to do that. Tetris, actually, I don't. I just should probably stack straightforwardly and stop being an idiot and max out already is what I really should do. Tetris for Iball, 555, 499 for Bendy. So Iball back out in the lead. Evesy says Bendy switching playstyles after each Tetris. Well, how would we know? Players just stop, you know. They don't do hand cam anymore. I've been too lenient. And Iball into 19, 578. Bendy a little bit south of that, but he's into level 20 now. I thought you said you wanted face cams. Well, I want both. I want both. If I have to choose, then I want, face cams, but I want both. Very greedy. It is so greedy. I know. I'm demanding about face and hand cams plus an entry fee. Man, well, I'm such a jerk. God. Bilking these kids. Tetris for Iball 761, 663 for Bendy. So Iball out to about 100,000 point lead. Oh, Bendy with kind of the pullback of the L piece to set up a long bar into column 9. Hopefully he does not regret it. I know he's able to keep this open a little bit longer. All right, the long bar is going to help. And yeah, there we go. Finally, bar gets in. Tetris for Bendy. 768. Cox Danny J agrees. Yeah, jerk, Vandy. Yeah. Tetris Iball 930, Bendy 865. So we're about 30 lines away from level 29. Little misdrop for Bendy. Gonna slow him down really when he just does not need to be slowed down, but just results in one burn really. Yes, jerk the adjective, not the, yes, I understand, Stanislaw. Do not do the other thing. Well, at least some of you, no, all of you, of course. Terrible. All right, max outs for both. A triple into a Tetris for Bendy, A47, Iball with the B01. All right, Bendy into 29, A86. He's back by about 50,000, but ahead by 10 lines. Iball's in at B74. Iball's going to take, Bendy's going to take that triple B06. Tetris for Iball, C26. Bendy's got to win this one to continue on. And he's back by over 100,000. That board is breaking down, and this is going to be fatal for Bendy. And Iball will be moving on. But a good performance in a debut for Bendy. He wins round 1. And, games 1 and 2 maybe weren't worth writing home about, but a very good game 3 and something to build on for our old friend Bendy. Well, yes, good. Not an excellent, but good. It was good. Game, match 1 was good. And game 3 of this was good. Something to build on. Dog playing Tetris in the chat, welcome, says, I believe this is Iball's best ever form. I might agree with you here. He looks very consistent. And he's got an F50 through 292 lines, level 35. Oh, he gets the long bar in, so he'll have the rollover, but... So he gets the rollover. So yeah, Bendy sweeps and then gets swept. But in a debut, you know, you'll take it. Another Tetris here for Iball. He's got the 1.7. And this is after, like, you know, it was a reasonable 18 into 19, but, you know, it was like, what, high 500s? So, man, the 1.8. Iball, this could be your month. This could be your month, buddy. This is it. All right, let's go ahead and report this. GG's to Iball and Bendy. Okay, that's going to do it. So Iball's going to advance. Let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket. We're going to refresh it. And Iball is in to the round of 16. We'll take on Dan V in that round of 16 whenever that happens. Silas Rasmussen asks, is any reason everyone tries to stack Tetris on the right side only? There is a reason. Never seen anyone having the left side open. Yeah, it's because the pieces are biased over to the right side, so it's like easier to get pieces over the right side, particularly the long bar. Kind of when you spin it, it biases to the right side. So you want to have your left side built out, and then it's easier to get that long bar over to the right side for the Tetris. The Game Boy version is the exact mirror of that. So you'll see people on Game Boy version, which is essentially the same, you know, it's essentially the same mechanics and spin, you know, basically, except flip-flopped. So that's why you see Game Boy on the left. And a lot of people who started out as kids, they started out on the, like, you know, for older people, they started out on Game Boy. They're comfortable building on the left. Then they carry that over into NES Tetris improperly. Anyway, that stuff is online. You can find all that information online. Dan V says, I am in danger. All right, well, that is where we stand. Our next stream is scheduled for Wednesday at 6 p.m. Nothing else happening today. I have some homework to do, but I might come back and do some attempts if I get my homework done early enough. You don't think you'll play Masters again? Why not, Bendy? You got the stuff. I think you can get through. Just play it. I don't think I'll play Masters again, to be honest. Just play it. If you can get in, play it. There are so many mid-tier rollers to humble. Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe if you're going to stay tapping and so long as your rolling isn't like, you know, your primary play style, maybe you're not going to get through to the finals or whatever, but you can dash the hopes of many, many, you know, rollers, you know. Bendy, all right, I'll give you $1 every time you get into Masters. How about that? Just Bendy. I'll give you $1. You have to get in and you have to play it. I'll give you $1 on an ongoing basis for the rest of my life. And here's the other thing, Bendy. If you get into the prize, if you get it, like, you know how it's usually top 4 or top 8. If you get into the top 8, I guarantee that you will get your share of the prize pool. How about that? I guarantee that whatever you win in the prize pool, you will receive. I don't make that guarantee for everybody. Just Bendy. All right, that's it. It's the Bendy challenge, $1 and if you get into and play Masters. Okay, that is going to do it for us today. So our next stream is Wednesday. And that's going to be the red bracket, actually. Where is that? Yeah, it's going to be the Asian returning to CTM, take on Vicious Rhubarb, who is returning. And the winner of that will take on Evesy. And all of that will feed into Pixelandia eventually. So yeah, that should be a good one. The Asian versus Rhubarb, winner versus Evesy. And then Friday, we've got one match, although I might have to farm that out to someone. But we'll see. And then, if you're a fan of Stupid Tetris Monthly, then Saturday is the day for you. We're going to have 2 full brackets of Stupid Tetris Monthly. So 6 matches, maybe 5, but probably 6. I'm sorry, Evesy. No, I'm just kidding. Well, Evesy, you're playing against Trap Zone, so I'll say probably, just to give Trap Zone her due respect. I'll say probably, but not certainly. All right. But anyway, we'll probably have 6 Stupid Tetris Monthly matches on Saturday. So, okay. Oh, that's true. Lokenze and Bendy are playing in STM as well. Yeah, they're playing Stupid Tetris Monthly in the red bracket. Where's that? Right here. Look at that. Crazy. What's up, Jen? Doing well. Yeah, Anna Comey is in. All right, that's going to do it for me. I might be on later if I finish my homework early. I'm going to try to do that. I got some other stuff I got to do. I got a ton of laundry to do, so it's good to, play a little Tetris, switch the laundry out, come back, play Tetris. I might do that. I don't know. But you guys don't care. Okay. Thanks to everybody who supported the stream. YouTube sub from Henry's International Politics and all these other people. Raids from Grand Designs and Adam Irish. Thank you. And also subs from Odin, Logi, Neto, JM, Cousin Avi gifted one to Bendy and Stanislaw. Thank you for that. Thanks to our patrons, Scott Great, Jane the Window Cannon, Attacking Tomatoes Burger, N Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal, Junior, Troy, Ed, Kim, M, Cat, Java, DJ, Study, Mila. And prize pool 137.63. Did we get contributions here? We did not get. Oh, that's STM. What am I doing? 132.08 is where we're at. So we made 0 progress. It's fine. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Take care, YouTube. I'll see you when we see you. Dan V, Jungle, Jazzy, Silas, Poet, St. Nicholas, all the stars. All the stars are here. All right, bye. Vandy, do I get my $1 for playing today? It's starting next month, okay? It's starting next month because we're trying to, reduce that initial barrier for you to play. But all right, if you get in next month, it'll be $2 for that month. All right, how about that? So 1 month only, $2 incentive. All right, Twitch, that's enough. Tetris. Crab Rangoon is playing. Do you want to see Crab Rangoon play Tetris? Trying to roll over. I mean, this is definite raid farming. Like, oh, I'm just going to start, a few minutes before the bracket ends. What a raid farmer. Sitting on camera, good lighting, and starting to stream just before the stream ends. All right, take care, everybody. Go hang out with Crab Rangoon. Bye-bye. Thanks for the raid, by the way. Oh, no problem, Cousin Avi.